Hello dear learners, welcome back to my channel Wakamcho classes, and today in this video we'll be talking about one of the very important poems from your class 11, and the name of the poem is The Labrunum Top, written by Ted Hughes. And in this video we'll be looking at the poem, we'll be discussing the summary of it in a gist. Also we'll be looking at different word meanings, poetic devices, and most importantly multiple choice questions that are very important for your examination. So without further ado, let us begin our video. And before I start, if you haven't yet subscribed my channel, please like, share, and do subscribe my channel for more important and different literary topics. So let us begin now. The poet in this poem talks about a relationship, look at that exists between the tree and the bird. Remember, so the poem is about the relationship, remember, right? And the relationship we are talking about between the tree and the bird. And what kind of a relationship is this? This is your symbiotic kind of relationship. Remember, it might be asked in the exam. Now, what do you mean by symbiotic? Now, it means that both the parties, okay, tree and the bird, they are benefiting from each other's, you know, relationship, right? I mean, being in the relationship, tree and the bird, they are both having some benefits, enjoying some benefits. That kind of relationship is called as a symbiotic relationship. The poet describes the tree in the month of September or in the month of, autumn. So this is also a very important point. The tree is portrayed as silent and death-like by the poet. So at the very beginning, the poet describes the tree as silent and death-like, right? The tree becomes alive with the arrival of the bird, which has come to feed her little ones. So till the arrival of the bird, the tree is very much calm and silent. And when the bird arrives to feed her little ones, little babies, then there is a kind of um movement out there, branches shake, and there are chirpings of the little ones, and this makes the tree come alive. As such, the poet has given us two contradictory picture of the tree. So how you can say two contradictory picture? Because in the first thing that he describes, the poet describes the tree to be calm, silent, okay, and death-like. And in another case, when the bird arrives, then the tree becomes alive. Alive in the sense that there is chirpings of bird going on, little ones going on, seeking of branches, right? So in this way, the poet has described this particular poem. Now, important figures of speech. This part is very important for your examination point of view because figures of speech seems to be a very important and appealing questions for the framer of questions in the board examination. So let us see what are the poetic devices that are used in the poem. Now, September sunlight. Mind you, the spelling here, I've committed a mistake while typing. No issues with that. September sunlight, and the poetic device is alliteration. Now, what is alliteration? What is personification? I'll not be explaining here because I've already done it done it in my previous video. Okay, please do check that. September sunlight, alliteration. The whole tree trembles and thrills. This is figure of speech called as personification. Her barred face identity marks. So this is transferred epithet. Okay. Engine of a family. So who is the engine of a family? Another question they might ask you from here. That would be your bird. Okay. Bird is regarded as the engine of a family because the entire family or little ones of this particular bird is dependent on her. Okay. So this is what? Metaphor. Sorry. Why this is metaphor now? This is metaphor because the bird is compared to one engine. So this is a metaphor. So quickly let us revise. September sunlight, alliteration, the whole tree trembles and thrills, personification, her barred face identity marks, transport epithet, engine of a family, metaphor. So here I have got some of the words from the text, okay, and in the examination they might ask you the questions, okay, based on this as well. Flirts out, that is lead on to, stokes, to add fuel to the engine, startlement, sudden shock, okay, trilings, to produce chirping sound, airy, that is weird or strange, subsides, it means to decrease or become less. So mind you, you also have to have an understanding of the word meanings in the text, because in the examination word meanings might be asked, provided they give you the option as well and to choose the correct word meanings, right? So now we have the set of MCQs based on this particular poem. First, how did the bird arrive at the other branch of a tree? So the options are with the chirping sound, hurriedly. So the correct option would be with the chirping sound. September sunlight, the figure of speech implied is, I guess by now you know this, simile, alliteration. The correct option would be your alliteration. Next, the body of the bird was rarely visible because he was small due to dark colored yellow body. So yeah, option B would be correct option, because goldfinch is also yellow in color, okay, and the tree that we are talking about is also having yellow leaves and yellow what do you call that, flowers. So it is a kind of camouflage for the uh, bird, okay. It uses as a camouflage to uh, protect its little ones, we can say that as well. What is the color that we find in the poem? Red, yellow. Very obvious, the answer is yellow. What kind of relationship exists between the bird and the tree? And the options are parasitic, symbiotic. So the correct option, symbiotic, as I've explained already. The tree is described as dash before the advent of the bird. So before the bird comes to this particular place, the tree, and the tree is calm and silent, full of noise. Obvious answer, calm and silent, right? Sleek as a lizard. The poetic device is simile, metaphor. So the correct option would be simile. Here, bird's movement is compared to that of a lizard. Okay, remember, bird is compared to a lizard. So whenever there is a comparison between two unlike things, okay, there is that is called as figure of speech, which is simile. The poet describes the tree in the season of, again, this is very simple, spring, autumn. So the correct option, autumn. Which figure of speech is used? Tremor, striling. Now look at this. Alliteration, personification. So the answer is your personification. Okay. Tree is described as shaking and all. Okay. So that is personification. The tree is being personified. Tree is being given the attributes of a living thing or a living person, in fact. In the end of the poem, the bird A flew away, B stayed with the little ones. So the obvious answer is flew away. Flew away in order to get, maybe some more food, something like that. But the bird does not stay with the little ones. After feeding, she quickly leaves. Next, the tree plays a role of dash for goldfinch. Friend, Celta. Answer is Celta. Who is the poet of the poem The Labrunum Top? Ted Hughes, John Keats. Obvious answer, Ted Hughes. Now you got to remember the name of the poet as well, because in the exam they might ask you. They often ask the name of the poet or the writer. So you got to remember the name of the poet, and in case of stories, you got to remember the name of the writer, right? So yeah, with that we come to an end of our video. Thank you for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe for more videos and literary topics. So happy learning. Thank you.